Hello everyone, I am Sai and welcome back to my channel Sai Tech. In today's we'll try to do the 8K video playback test in all of these 4 smartphones friends, and also I'll try to test the temperatures. I'll try to play the 8K video continuously for about 10 minutes of time, and I'll try to see which phone is actually heating much. That is a really good interesting test because 8K video will not be supported in most of the mobile phones. Only the high range performance mobile phones will be able to play that kind of content, and which requires a lot of CPU and GPU as well to play the 8K video directly in these phones. But let's see whether this Snapdragon 768G from the iQOO Z3 will be able to play or not. So second phone is the Realme X7 Pro, which has got the Dimensity 1000 Plus chipset, and third is the Realme X7 Max with the Dimensity 1200. And this is my first time doing this kind of video friends, where checking the temperatures while playing the 8K video. I never did this kind of video before, so that is the reason this is going to be really interesting for most of the users. And finally it is the iQOO 7, which has got the Snapdragon 870. So try to watch till end of the video, don't try to skip it, because you should know which phone is increasing how much kind of temperature in how much amount of time. That is what the main concept of this entire video is. So try to watch, don't skip it friends. So let's check the temperatures, how much is right now in the beginning. 36 degrees, not much. My room temperature is pretty normal friends, it's only 31 degrees as you can see. My room temperature everywhere, there is no AC, there is no cooler. So 36 degrees, 37 degrees, 37 degrees, 34 degrees as you can see here, 35 degrees right now, 34 and 35 as you can see friends clearly, 37, 37 and 36. So 35 and 36, 37, 37, both Dimensity processors, and all the phones I do have the same kind of 8GB RAM variant. All phones are only 8GB RAM variants I'm trying to use in this kind of testing. Let me try to show you. As you can see friends, Realme X7 Pro Dimensity 1000 Plus 8GB RAM variant. So here's another phone which is a Realme X7 Max 8GB RAM variant as you can see. So all phones are Dimensity, all phones are 8GB RAM variants only in this kind of testing. So I'm just trying to show you everything before starting the test. So now let me try to play the 8K video directly and I'll be back. So right now I'm trying to play the 8K video at the same time. Let's see friends which phone will be able to play faster and which phone will be increasing the higher temperatures. I'm trying to use a maximum brightness as well in all the 4 smartphones. So let's see which phone will be able to play the 8K video faster and smoother. And that is another one thing, and next thing is to check the temperatures. So let's see what will be the temperature for all this smartphone. So I did start the stopwatch just now. So let's see friends, for the next 10 minutes it's going to be non-stop playing the 8K video footage in continuously in all these 4 smartphones. So this is going to be really interesting friends. We'll get to know which processors are actually getting really heat. So it used to be like always a Dimensity processors, they used to really get a lot of heat friends when compared with the Snapdragon. Yes, in my experience that is what I did feel a lot of difference. So Dimensity versus a Snapdragon. So that is the reason I thought of choosing this kind of Snapdragon processors and 2 Dimensity processors. So since this is a new phone, so you should be able to know whether this phone supports or not. So this phone is not supported in the 8K at all. The video is playing, but it's not playing that smooth. It's kind of really lag, and it's not that fast. It's right now it's 38 seconds in this phone, and here it's 1 minute of time in this phone. So there's a lot of difference. So these 2 phones, Dimensity 1200 and Snapdragon 870 chipset, are perfect with the 8K, no problem at all in these 2 phones. And next is Dimensity 1000 Plus, and this phone, there's a time difference is of close to, I think 8 to 7 seconds difference is there between these 2 phones. Not much difference, but 8 to 7 seconds. If you observe the image, you will definitely understand. In the iQOO Z3, it's out of the race. There's a lot of differences there between the iQOO Z3 and other smartphones. So now it's time to check the temperatures. 38 degrees on the iQOO Z3, and the Dimensity increased to 40 degrees as I said. As you can see friends, 41 degrees, 41.2 in the Realme X7 Pro, 41.2, and 42.2. Oh my god, 42.2. The Realme X7 Max, 42.4, 35.4 as you can see, 35.4. As you can see friends, as I said, my room temperature is not that high as well, so it's same like others temperature only. As you can see friends, my room temperature is also pretty normal, not much. So 42.6 and 41, and this Snapdragon processor is 768G, which is 37 degrees. As you can see friends, the Snapdragon 870 processor was able to play the smoother and faster, so it's not any problem. It's not struggling at all in terms of playing the video as well. So you can see the video looks kind of really fast in terms of the Snapdragon 870. As you can see friends, the video is slightly faster than the Dimensity processor if you notice. As you can see friends, this image also faster. This Dimensity 1200 also a little bit got backward. The time difference of close to, I think 4 seconds difference is there between both phones in terms of the time difference. So this is what I did observe during this time. And This is the reason the processor was able to play as it is, very smooth. That is the reason you are not seeing high temperatures increasing in this phone. This is a piece of cake in this Snapdragon 870 processor, friends. That is the reason I think the phone is not getting much high temperatures. But that used to be not the case with the iQOO 7. In the benchmarks and everything, the phone used to increase high 43 degrees. 43 degrees, friends, in the Realme X7 Max, and this one 41.4, and the final one is 39. So usually the iQOO Z3 also temperature not used to increase, but video is not supported much. That is the reason it's the temperatures are really high, 38, and iQOO 7 increased to still 35 only. As you can see, friends, clearly 35. And I did use a full brightness in all the phones. As you can see, full brightness. I'm trying to put a lot of stress during this time. 43. I know this is not a practical way to do, but you should know if you're trying to put much load on the CPU and the GPU, which processor will be heating. That can be another thing which you can consider in case if you're not a normal user who likes to use 8K, but at least you should know which processor is good for heavy kind of usage. That is the reason I thought of doing this kind of intense kind of test. As you can see, as I said, it's a piece of cake in the Snapdragon 870, friends. So that is another advantage. 41, 43, 40. So right now it's 4 minutes only. So I will be back after close to 8 or 7 minutes. So then we can discuss what is happening during this time of playing. As you can see, friends, right now it's kind of close to 8 minutes of time. Let's check the temperature, how much it is right now. 40 degrees in the iQOO Z3, 40 degrees, as you can see, friends. And the Realme X7 Pro reached up to 42.2 degrees, 42 degrees. X7 Max 43.6, 44.6, friends, 44. That's really huge, as you can see, 44.6, and iQOO 7 device 36 degrees only, 36, as you can see. So as I said, this is nothing to do with the phone. It's something to do with the processor, Snapdragon 870. Even if I try to use the OnePlus 9R or Mi11X device, they won't heat at all because that processor is really powerful and slightly compatible with this kind of high graphics and CPU intensity usage. That is the reason that you won't feel much high temperatures for this kind of small things. I think this 8K, I think the phone is taking this video maybe as a 1080. It's playing in that way. It's normal, as you can see. That is very normal temperature, friends. It's too much shocking. Usually this not used to be with the iQOO 7 device. If you know me, definitely if you watch my previous videos, plenty of times when I did a lot of benchmarks and everything, the iQOO used to be the top one. After the Realme X7 Max has come, the Realme X7 Max has taken this position. Though now the Realme X7 Max is the highest recorded temperatures mobile phone which I'm having right now. As you can see, friends, so plenty of benchmarks. Every time I do, the iQOO 7 used to be winner. But right now in the 8K video footage, as you can clearly see the proof what is happening in front of you. As you can see, friends, straight away for playing for 10 minutes. So which clearly proves that you should know all these things before actually buying. So if you're buying for the normal usage, definitely no problem. For the moderate usage, no problem, friends, with the Realme X7 Max. But for the gaming, I will not suggest the Realme X7 Max. There are so many disadvantages for the gaming, which I'll try to talk in separate video. So make sure to watch that video only after you decide to buy this phone. Otherwise, I'll make today itself, after this video recording, I'll try to make that video because a lot of users are really interested to buy this phone. I'll try to definitely upload the video as soon as possible. So right now, as you can see, friends, it's clearly, it shows the 40 degrees right now in the iQOO Z3 because this processor is not sufficient enough to play this 8K. That is the reason it's struggling a lot. It's trying to push a lot. And next is Dimensity 1000 plus. So as you can see, 42. And finally 45 degrees. Oh my god, 45. 45 degrees, friends, 45. That's huge. That's completely next level temperature in this phone in the Dimensity 1200. So that is the reason every time if you try to listen me, I'm saying only about the processor. I'm not complaining about the what brand they are, which company they are in. I'm saying about the processor. So processor is the main reason why the temperatures are really high. So these are one of the main reason, friends. The Dimensity processors, definitely they will get high intense kind of usage. I'm trying to do it extreme level testing. This is the extreme level. So if you try to use a normal moderate kind of setting, then definitely that's a different case. So thank you for watching this video, friends. This is a complete final review about the temperatures and the heating test while playing the 8K video footage. And finally the iQOO 7, which increased only 35 degrees and not much. It's pretty normal, as you can see. It's something different, as you can see, friends. This is my first time I'm seeing this kind of change, this much of view difference. As I said, this is my first time doing this kind of video as well. That is the reason I'm seeing this kind of different results. So thank you for watching this video, friends. The final conclusion is that these two phones can able to play the 8K video very smooth, and Snapdragon 870 can play slightly faster, slightly smoother than this Dimensity 1000. These two phones are unable to play the much faster, and iQOO Z3 not even nothing, and Realme X7 Pro little bit kind of difference. So this is a final review, and temperature wise, top position goes to the Realme X7 Max obviously, and second position goes to Realme X7 Max, X7 Pro. So third position goes to iQOO Z3, and fourth is iQOO 7. So these are the complete review about the temperatures and support tests. So thank you for watching this video, friends, and see you in the next video. Until then, stay tuned. Bye.